Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. I do not have hot coffee, darn it, and I took my warmer out in the other art room. I'm slowly taking stuff out to my art room because it's slowly getting nice. Okay, I have a full day today and I'm not sure I'm going to make it. I took the dog this morning to the vet to get his teeth cleaned. And they've already called and said he's done. He'll be ready for pickup at 2. I had planned on doing a video and cleaning the house before I went and got him. So it's 11:30. We'll see if I can pull this off. So how many of y'all are doing the hashtag 100 days of fodder? This is my today's, and I already posted on Instagram. And I got this wild hair, you know, this Cuttlebug embosser thing that I had stashed away. I'm just really getting into it lately. I ran it through my Cuttlebug. How cute is that? I don't know if you can see it, but it's fun. So I added that little dimension since I took the picture and posted it on Instagram. I spent some replay time with Janet Nash yesterday. She was doing some cloth tags, slow stitch tags. They were adorable. And my friend Grandma Z, Grandma Ree's Shack. Is that right? I call her Grandma Z. Anyway, Rita Donnelly, if you know, she sent me these a while back, and I cut them and put some ink on them and decided I'm going to make me some cloth tags. It's like WWJD, what would Janet do? WWJND, what would Janet Nash do? I've just been kind of doing whatever she does. It's just exciting inspiration for me, and I just try it and love it. So I'm going to be making some journals, and these are going to be my little focal points that go on my, not journals, tags, on my little cloth covered tags. Okay, let's see. What else have I been up to? Saving my little tidbits that I cut off of things for clusters. I'm going to be making some clusters before long. Somebody sent me some Happy Mail, and this was on it, and I tore it off and thought, oh my gosh, I will re-glue each and every one of those little positive quotes on a tag or something. So I found that this morning. Now, I have a friend, Tiffany. Hi, Tiff. I know you're out there. She gave me some of this most adorable little scraps of wallpaper. I could not use it. For the life of me, I couldn't tear this beautiful stuff apart. So recently, I got a new printer, and I decided I was going to run a copy of it off and rip the copy up and use it in my journals. So this morning I did that because for $3.99 a month I could get unlimited ink. I'm like, that equals up to be what, a year? Still less than a couple cartridges of ink at $38 a cartridge. So I ran off my wallpaper. You know what? I need to turn the light on in here. I wondered why it was a little dim. Ah! And I ran my wallpaper off. And look, isn't it beautiful? I'm going to use this to tear up and use this in my journals instead of the real wallpaper. I'm going to file the real wallpaper away. And that way, when I'm ready to use it again, I will have more. So then I got a wild hair. Then I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, I have this little piece of wallpaper too, and this little collage that I'm having a hard time, you know, getting rid of. And And oh, I have this slow stitch that I made. And, and oh, I have this slow stitch. And it went off the end, so we pulled it down. And oh, then we have this end of the slow stitch. I mean, I just started getting a little cray-cray. Look at this slow stitch I did. I just started copying everything because, you know, I can rip it up and use it in my books. I can make that a whole page. Look. I mean, that's a whole page right there. So, yeah, I was having fun. I was just walking around the house copying everything I had laying around. Okay, that's that excitement. And then last week, I was late getting my slow stitch a square done, so I didn't get it shown yet. So I'm going to show you last week's square, which is right here. This is last week's, just kind of simple little thing. The week before that was Valentine's Day, so I had done that one. Anyway, I am getting quite a lineup. There'll be 52. That'll be quite a long little thing, won't it, when I'm done? Quite a long, huge snippet roll. That I've done. What else have I done? Absolutely nothing, you guys. I have not done anything. Wow, how lazy of me. I mean, I come out here and I do piddly little things with Janet and stuff on her replays, but okay, let me tell you. Today I want to make a nature journal. Miss Moss at Miss Moss Cottage, she has a nature journal. She has, I think, kind of, Helen, don't you have like seasonal? Do you have like the 4 Seasons books? I'm not sure if she just has spring and fall or if she has 4 Seasons books that she's made, but that's excited me. So I decided I wanted also, what excited me about her journals were, she has her journal and then, well, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm putting mine together while I talk to you. She has her journal, but then her pages were a lot of plain pages because when she takes it out into nature, well, this isn't going to be tidy, is it? I thought that would just tear right down the seam and call it good, but that did not work. She wants to be able to take hers out into nature and sit, which is exactly what I want to do, and sketch or whatever she decides to do. I'm going to use mine and carry my little bitty travel art kit, and I will sit down. I will have the capability, if I take a bottle of water with me, to do a little bit of watercolor sketching, some charcoal sketching, which I've never done, but Miss Moss Cottage does, so I'm going to give it a try. And so I'll have the capability of doing some watercolor or sketching or stabiloing or whatever, or just collaging. So I'm going to put together a journal with all plain pages. You know, normally I doll them up and put pockets and tabs, and I might do that. But for the most part, I want a lot of blank pages in it that I can sit down in front of a plant and sketch it out the best of my ability. Now, I don't think I will share this with you guys because I'm not sure what my sketching abilities will be of a plant or a weed. This is my cutie patootie little box. And I have a tiny little thing of watercolors, some scissors, a fold-out ruler, a couple cute little ink pads, an ink pen for doodling, a glue stick, a Stabilo, and all kinds of little stickers and pages, you know, stuff. Just all kinds of little... See, I went to Tiffany's, my friend Tiffany's, and I already started a page at her house. So, just all kinds of little stuff in there I can use. Book pages and fodder and a few little note cards and some material. I've just got all kinds of stuff in here that I can create with on the go. So that is my plan, that I want to make this little nature journal so I can take it with me also and sit and play, you know, outside. So that's what's on my agenda today. Let's see here. I need to figure out what size my book is going to be. I think I'm going to make it out of a book, you know, a real book. You know what? How about let's just do it out of the Happy Hollisters? Look at that. That looks perfect, like outdoor nature. Let's see where my little X-Acto knife is. Okay. Well, I need to stop taking stuff out to the other art room. Well, we're gonna do it the dangerous way. So don't do this at home like I'm doing it, because I'm not sure how, oh, this won't be bad, how safe this is. But normally I would rip that out with a X-Acto knife. Oh, good. And then I'll take this picture here and put it in my camping folder. I have a folder out there in my one of my file cabinets. Says camping. I want to make a camping journal. So I'll just tear that out right now so that I can do that. Put that in the camping. And then we have some guts here for whatever we decide to do. Okay, this is going to be my guide as to how I want my pages. And then we'll see what we do. I have an idea of what I want to do on the outside, but that'll be another day. Another day. Okay. How is everybody? Fawn sent me a message last night on Messenger and showed me a video of this girl making pockets, and I have subscribed to her, and I'm not prepared, so let me watch her for a while first before I link her in the basement, because I'm not real familiar with her yet. So she sent me a link to her videos. She was making pockets, and I really wanted to make those. She made two cute little pockets out of a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, but it requires sewing and stuff, so I want to wait until I'm out in my other art room to do that, when I can push pause and go to the sewing machine. And I'm having a love-hate relationship right now with my sewing machine, because it's one of those Project Runway Brother sewing machines. And all of a sudden, it has, well, it's been doing it for a while, but up until now, when it decides out of nowhere, it just wants to sew backwards instead of frontwards. Up until now, I could take it apart and blow the, debris out of it, and it's been fine. And then not too long ago, that didn't work, and I took the whole machine apart and cleaned the whole machine out and oiled it, and I haven't used it 4 times since then, and it's doing it again. So, it's not just the cleaning out anymore. We got something going on. So, I'm a little torqued at my machine, because the whole machine only cost me like $80 when I bought it at Walmart. It was El Cheapo, but good grief, it's got like 60 different stitches on it. And I guess for the past 10 years it has done me good. So I don't know whether I should pay more than what it's worth to go have it looked at, or if I should just do what America wants me to do and throw it away and get a new one. I hate that we live in a throwaway society. But I don't want to go pay $100 to have my $80 machine looked at. You know what I mean? Okay, this one here, I think I'm just going to leave that and make that a pocket later on. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm just getting some papers that I think will be either plain enough I can sketch on, or colorful enough I could maybe washi tape some dried flowers to, or a bird feather, you know, that can also be desirable for that. But I want different textures of papers just to make it fun, because, you know, nature is fun, and when you're out there creating in it, you want it to be fun. This is rice paper from my friend Ricky. And, oh, perfect. She sent this adorable envelope with all this stuff in it. I mean, not that I care if you have my address, but I don't know that Ricky would want hers shown, so. There we go. I'll put something pretty over that later. So I'm going to fold this and put this in there, because how fun will that be to find? I'm a rock hound. This is tough enough. I could slide some small rocks in there, or I'm also a stick freak. I could put some sticks in there, maybe dried leaves. I'm going to open up this side. We'll do the same with this side over here. We'll have 2 pockets in my book that I can stick stuff in when I'm out in nature. There we go. And of course it'll be bound in the middle, so that'll, or I may sew down the center, who knows. Sometimes I do that, sew down the center of my signatures just to hold them together while I bind them. Oh, look, I got birdies on there. I mean, this is going to be great, isn't it? Oh, dear. Here's some more. I was like, I thought I had more papers. Some of my own eco-dyeing papers. I'm going to put those in there. Where's my book? I wrote some things down I wanted to tell you about. First of all, I went shopping this week. And I have officially gone backwards in my life. You know you have arrived in life when you can buy real butter. Well, guess what? Now I can no longer buy real butter anymore. So, I have officially gone back to margarine. I know, I can just hear Fawn going, I know, but listen, I can't afford it. Listen, this is the difference between a pound of butter. $5 for a pound of butter, or $1.69 for a pound of margarine. So, there we have it. I am officially going back to margarine. It's really sad. Really sad. And I don't even want to talk about it. Don't even want to talk about the world and everything, okay? Let's just stay positive and just let me tell you I've officially gone back to margarine, and leave it at that. I also want to tell you about my crochet and craft time that I had last weekend. Remember, I was saying I was going to go Saturday to the Town West Square and meet the crafty people who were the ad on Facebook said, "Are you tired of crocheting or knitting or crafting alone? Well, bring your item you're working on down to Town West Square and join us in the Commons area, and let's meet new people and craft together." So I was all about it. I loaded up my large travel journal kit, and I threw that baby in the truck, and I headed to Town West Square. And, well, number one, the second I got off of the freeway, my exit to go to the mall, the heavens opened up, and on the corner, I heard this music coming from this building going, ha! It was Dutch Brothers Coffee right there on the corner. I have been wanting to try it, and there's one way out west that I have not been willing to drive through to yet. And there, lo and behold, was one right on the corner. So, if everything else was in vain about my trip to Town West Square, I found the coffee shop, a new coffee shop, in which I went to yesterday with my friend Debbie, and we sat in, it's like a Chick-fil-A line for coffee. You can't go in and sit down. It's drive-through only, and it wraps clear around the building, and the little baristas have to come out and take your order like they do at Chick-fil-A. Anyway, I go over, and I couldn't find anybody in where the Commons area was, and there's only one table and two chairs. One little round table, about the size of a card table. And I'm like, what the heck? Maybe I have the wrong place. So I'm not familiar with this mall, so I walked to the other end while I'm waiting. I left all my stuff in the truck because I wanted to make sure I knew where I was going before I went and got it out. By the time I walked to the other end of the mall and back, people had started coming in and setting up shop where that table and two chairs were. And I thought, oh dear, these people have their own chairs and their own little tables, and they're setting up. I did not read the post well enough to know it was a bring your own chair and table day. So here I was, excited, alone, scared, and too chicken to go over to them. I just saw it on the sign, bring your own chair. So needless to say, Birdie did not go create with the other crafters. I went ahead and left with my tail between my legs and spent the rest of the day running around grocery shopping. That is my story. Isn't that sad? Isn't that a sad Birdie story? But that's the truth. And sometimes people, you know, when you see us on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, Instagram, and you see our photos and everything in life looks perfect with us, guess what? It's not always perfect. Sometimes you forget your chair and your table, or you don't know about it. You don't read the instructions well enough. So that's what happened. But I found the coffee shop, and also on my way leaving, I saw an estate sale sign. So I followed the signs and went down into this neighborhood. Now remember, I'm not from the west side of Wichita. I'm from way out east in another town, a country town outside of Wichita. So I'm not familiar with the neighborhood where I'm at. But I follow this estate sale sign. And just as I find the house and pull up, I'm going to go in, and I mean, I have $10 in my pocket burning a hole. Just as I pulled up, they pulled the sign up. It was quitting time. So here I go, driving down the road with my tail between my legs again. And I'm turning to try to get back out on the main road to continue on to the grocery store. And I see this magnificent yard that I actually ran up on the curb while trying to pull over fast enough to look at it. There is a yard in suburban America with the most beautiful yard art, funky, welded metal collage items pieced together. I'm going to post all my pictures on Instagram. I'm just now reminding myself that I did not do that, and I took a bunch of pictures. I'll post those on my Instagram. It was phenomenal. And I just walked right on into his yard because he had a sign on his garage with an arrow pointing here to the yard that said welcome and an arrow pointing this way that said private. So I took that as an invitation to walk on in and go all through the yard. It wasn't really a yard, it was cement. Anyway, it was phenomenal. So, if all else failed, I had found a coffee shop. I had found a yard full of beautiful yard art that I am going to go back when the little man or woman are home so I can walk through their yard and visit with them. I am so excited to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to do 5. I'm going to start with 5 pages in each signature and see what that gives me. Well, those are two of the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was my exciting day on Saturday. Now, let me tell you something else. I had also told you guys I was trying to post a video on my Facebook about a Bible study that I was doing in my own little Bible study. And I got excited about what I learned, and I wanted to share it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And couldn't figure out how to get the video on my YouTube, on my Facebook. Because when you go in on your phone and it says your Facebook page and it says, what's on your mind? And you touch the little picture icon and it says, you want to do photo or video? No, it takes you to your gallery. And my gallery had all my pictures in it, but there were no videos. My video was gone. So I didn't know what to do. Well, my friend Debbie came over to visit and she was just playing. I said, I'm having trouble. She was just playing around and she went into my photo album outside of Facebook and said, yep, look, there's your video. Let's click on it. And she clicked on it and there was options there. I don't know if there was hamburger lines or 3 dots or what, but one of the options was to share it. So she pushed share and it said, where do you want to share it? Facebook, and voila, she sent my video over there. So thank you, Deb, for helping me do that. And my video got to go to YouTube. I mean, why am I not speaking correctly? It went to Facebook. Okay, so that's a lot of pages to play with out in the, that's 30 pages. I'm going to go ahead and stick these in just because I'm going to stick a few more in because I pulled this piece of scrap paper out and I'm going to go ahead and stick it in just because I wanted some different texture. And I'm making this a smaller page. I'm not making it as wide as those. Should we go ahead and make it a pocket like we did the other one? I think I'm just going to do that. If I don't want it, I can always rip that out later. Matter of fact, I could rip these flaps out if I wish and make a little card or something out of them. You never know what you're going to do out in the woods. So I'll put that one there. And then I have these two here. I'll just put one more in each signature. There we go. Now, I have basically I'm ready, because I'm not going to do anything fancy in them right away until I get out there a few times to see exactly what I'm going to do. Look at that. I got my journal, my nature journal done. And really, I don't even have to fancy up the front if I don't want to. I can just probably stabilize in here. I'll probably do... No, I'm going to go ahead and poke my holes right through there. I'm going to put some cloth tape over this to strengthen that. Then I'm going to poke my holes through the cloth tape. And I'm going to just... I don't know what I'm going to do. I may cut another piece of cardboard, you know. I may run tape over that. I may go ahead and... I don't know what I'm going to do, people. I don't know. Somehow I'm going to get these papers in there. And I don't quite know. I like my strings hanging out. So I don't want to do the hidden spine. I want them coming through here. But I want this strong so that it doesn't rip off of there. So... ta-da, we just made a nature journal. Now, I found a couple pages out in my shop with these cute, look at this cute images on here. Won't that look cute in the ship journal? So I thought we'd just put those in there. Also, I wanted to show you, I found this ship towel that I had saved. I'm telling you, I did not realize that I liked ships so much until I started finding that I was sticking stuff back here and there. So what I'm going to do with this, somehow, I don't really want to adulterate it too much, but I'm thinking about making this a drawstring bag. Remember those real soft white ropes? Well, actually, you know, that are kind of, they're twirly-whirly and they're real soft, and you used to see them on beach bags and stuff. I want to find one of those and turn this into a drawstring bag to keep my ship journal in. Won't that be cute? That is my plan with this. I don't know. I may cut the date off. I may cut this bottom part off and then fold this part over and, you know, make it a bag like this. Just so I don't have, so it's not so wide. Because if I do it like this, that's an awful wide bag for a little journal. So anyway, I thought you'd be excited to see that too. I think I want to stick these in here. Now remember, whenever you find something like this, if you're clueless like I am, you know, and you want to say, oh, this will go in my ship journal, I'll sit it over here. No, no, no. Don't do that. Because you'll forget where you laid it, and it'll be months again before you find it. So I'm bringing these right in out of the art room, and I'm going to stick them right in. I'm not going to finish a page, but I'm going to stick them in here somewhere so that I can doll around it as I'm creating one day. You know what I mean? It'll be in here. It won't be lost. And I can finish around it. That's why I go through and just put color on the pages sometimes. Because look, instant background. So, and then you can just stick your picture on and you've practically got it done. But that's what I'm telling you. Don't sit it somewhere thinking you'll do it on another day, because you won't. You notice how sometimes we come across a document and we go, Oh my gosh, look, that's 1921. Well, I am deciding in my art journaling, like right here, this says Country Living, July, August 2021. I'm going to leave that on there. In the past, I would have ripped that off because I don't want to see it. But now that I realize we could possibly be making antiques one day, somebody could look through this and go, oh my gosh, look, she was using a magazine from 2021. That was like forever ago, you know? Just telling you, giving you some ideas in case you want to do that. That I am starting to leave the dates on so that when somebody else finds it, it'll be a relic to them. I really don't care about this part up here, but I'd like to have that. I'd like to have the sailboat. Well, how's that going to work? I'd like to have the sailboat and this little lighthouse in there, but I do not have a page, so I may just fold it in. Look, isn't that cool? I think I'll do that. I'll fold it in so you can see this pretty compass and then open it up and see the sailboat and the lighthouse. That's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to find a page that I don't have any color on so that it'll be easy to just cover it up. I'm going to do this right here. Oh dear. There's a lighthouse over here. Oh, there's stuff that's pretty on both pages. Don't worry about it, Birdie. Just glue that baby in. Okay, so I'm going to fold it up to there. And then I'm going to cut it. Let's tear it. Now, I just used my tear ruler with you guys right here. Here, no, that's not it. And it's gone already. Here it is, clear over here in this drawer. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am a red hot mess. That was a stinking close call. Now, this is going to go in my smaller than $1 bin, and I'll use that for something else. But for right now, I've messed up my compass, and I'm going to fix it because I like it. So, let's fix it. Okay. I had to go out and get my Scotch tape. Now, I have to remember how to make it look aged. I think it's just a matter of rubbing ink on it. And boy, that alcohol ink evaporates quickly. So we'll try that and see if that works. And if it's still sticky or not. And this will just look like, you know, some ancient person has taped their compass back together on their way looking for hidden treasure. I'm not real crazy about this up here, so I might, you know, another day come through and collage something up there. So when you're doing your journals, you know, just because it doesn't satisfy you at the moment doesn't mean you're not going to come back and do something again another day. Because you might. Okay. There. Now, we're just going to glue this in on our page. No, it does not cover. But that's okay, because you may come in another day and collage up there. Today we're just getting it where we need it so it's not lost. Let's try this glue stick. You know I'm not crazy about it. Especially when it's a Dollar Tree one. I think this is a Dollar Tree one. I'm not sure where this came from. Jot, J-O-T. So we'll see if it works. I'll tell you in 5 years whether the pages stayed stuck or not. There we go. I could have gone closer to the spine, but I didn't want to because I wanted it to have some room. There. See, one picture. Not lost, and we can play with it another day. Now, here's another one, and I will probably white this out somehow here and put my own little cute words, because look at these cute little fish in there that are just adorable, and I love everything tiny. I mean, I love everything tiny. I'm not looking. Let's see if you guys can see that. Yes, you can. So, I love this word lost on there, and so who knows, we may white this out another day too, but at least I'm going to get it on a page so that another day all of that can be done. I am really going downhill quick. I actually think I'm going to have to go lay down before I can even do my house cleaning. This new medication I'm on, I feel like I've reverted back to before I even started taking meds. So, but I'm going to stay on it. He wanted me on it for 2 months. It's doxycycline, which is actually the very first drug they should put you on when you're diagnosed, except for my very first doctor I dealt with was my general practitioner, and she came up with a negative on my test and said, well, the test is 80%, 70 or 80% false negative anyway. And I said, well, what would you do if I was positive? And she said, I would just put you on a 2-week round of doxycycline. I said, well, then let's do it. So she put me on 2 weeks of doxycycline in the very beginning. I like that right there. Why? Because it's the same color. She put me on a 2-week course of doxycycline in the very beginning, and then when I got diagnosed with this Lyme doctor, he said it should never have been less than 2 months. And I was only on it for 2 weeks. So he said this last time, let's go back to the beginning and try the doxycycline so we can have tried everything in our path. So I'm on the doxycycline now. Now, he said, Some medications, you are going to feel worse before you feel better. It's called Herxmeyer reaction. When you're killing the lime off in your body, it kind of makes you sick until, you know, that can get killed off and I don't know what, flushed out or whatever it does. Detoxed, I don't know. So I don't know if my feeling bad is from that or if the other med was just better and this one's not. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I am going to stay on it the 2 months because I want to cover all bases. So whether I have backtracked or not, it's only 2 months out of my life. I can handle it. But I'm back to needing to sleep again. I can feel myself just going downhill. I mean, I can feel my muscles getting weak, and I can feel my give a crap leaving my body, and yeah. I'll set my alarm so I can be up by 2 to go get the dog. I have to go get the dog at 2. There we go, guys. Bye-bye from Birdie.